Hello friends, my name is Steve Guttenberg and I am the audiophiliac. Why do people hate speakers? They really, really do. I mean, when you get down to it, they just hate them. They hate them so much they never want to see them. The best speaker would be an invisible speaker. And failing that, a really, really tiny speaker or some combination of tiny and cheap. Sound quality is not really a factor for normal human beings, people who aren't audiophiles. They don't, it's just, if it sounds okay and if they can hear dialogue or something and it makes enough bass or whatever, they're pretty happy. They're easy to please. Which brings us to in-wall, in-ceiling speakers. Back in the day, maybe 15 years ago, I used to have to go to this show called the CEDIA show, which stands for Custom Electronics Design and Installation Association. It's still going on, that show, the CEDIA show. Luckily, I don't have to go there. So I would go to the CEDIA show, and there'd be all kinds of stuff there that I would be interested in, but the speakers tended to be in-wall speakers or in-ceiling speakers. And I remember one year when I went, when there was a whole wave of supposedly improved in-ceiling speakers. And people were saying, oh man, you got to check out my exhibit. I got these amazing in-ceiling speakers. And I said, I don't really understand. You mean the sound comes from above and sort of like rains down on you, which is sounds just a weird idea for me, Yes, it's okay for background. I have no doubt about that. But to actually listen to sound that comes down and essentially bounces off the floor or things in your room. Okay, some in-wall speakers can be aimed and stuff, but it's still coming from above, which is strange. But, if the priority is being invisible or near invisible, makes sense. I even said to one guy, you know what I want? I want in the bathroom, I want a toilet speaker. I want the sound to come up from the toilet just as good as coming down from the ceiling. So maybe when I'm, in there doing my business, I can listen to music that way. I was being sarcastic. But anyway, I was thinking of all this because one of my friends back then was reviewing in-wall speakers that you could paint over or even wallpaper over. And I thought, wow, yeah, that's great. I said, what do they sound like? He said, they're okay, kind of muffled, as you would imagine. Now, of course, you could EQ out some of the dullness of having wallpaper over your speakers. And I just checked, and yes, there is a company that currently does that. Invisible Acoustics, Stealth Acoustics is the name of the speaker company that currently makes in-wall speakers you can wallpaper over or paint over. And I will link to them if that's one of your fascinations and you want totally invisible speakers. I think the time has come. But it just, I guess what I'm circling around here is it just irks me how speakers are so despised that the best speaker is an invisible speaker. Not an attractive speaker, not one with a nice wood finish or beautiful grills or beautiful design. I remember from back in my days as a hi-fi salesman that even speakers that audiophiles, let's say, thought were really beautiful, like Sonus Favors, I would show those to people and they'd say, oh, but it's so big. Yeah, it's big for a reason. It has to make sound, it has to make bass, it has to play loud or whatever it is. But I'm saying, I got the message over my 40 years of being in the biz in one form or another that people don't like speakers. They just don't. They're prejudiced against them. The best speaker is no speaker, really. That's what it comes down to. Just go away and don't let the door hit you in the ass as you're on your way out. That is their attitude about speakers. Sad. But, I still have you guys, the audiophiles out there, so thank you for watching. This is the Audiophiliac Daily Show. Comes up more or less daily. So please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you like this sort of thing, or share them and do all that stuff. See you soon. Bye-bye.